Hi all, welcome to my channel. Today in this video, at this point of time, we have successfully completed the training of our eyes and our mind. Now, if we go on practicing, we can very soon become a professional reader. There is no doubt in it. And the reading process and the method differs with respect to the source. The way you read your school textbooks or the way you read your documentation, the way you read your storybooks or novels differ, and there is a specific method to be followed for different kinds of readings. And in this video we are going to see one of the daily reading that we do, or we must do, I can say. This method that I'm going to teach for a particular source is supposed to be done by everyone, and it helps a lot for the intellectual development as well as increasing the general knowledge around us, and that is reading newspaper. Reading newspaper is very important because newspaper is one such source which keeps us updated, and keeping ourselves updated is one of the best thing that we can do for ourselves. First of all, the benefit of reading newspaper daily with respect to my videos and sessions are, it gives you the best training for your eyes as well as your mind. And the reading newspaper in the daily basis will help you to follow the process of almost what I said in my previous videos. Now, when we talk about the general sense, what use we get by reading the newspaper is, it helps the nation as well as ourselves. I say this because democracy cannot sustain unless the citizens can view the developments and objectivity and the reasons. And by reading newspaper, the nation keeps us informed and we keep ourselves informed. It helps the nation as well as ourselves. And that's the reason why, despite of shortage of papers and finance, there are few very good, excellent newspapers that we can read, and courageous editors and good articles. And we can make the best use of it only when we can know the correct method to read them. So in this video, let's see how to read a newspaper. This is one of the methods that we can follow to get more knowledge from the daily newspaper that we get. In this method, we can bestly cover our newspaper daily within 20 minutes, in which the first 2 minutes we will have to just scan the headlines and subheadlines. Scanning just means not thorough reading and getting into the topics and articles, but instead just go through the headlines and the subheadlines. This helps us to give the overall view of that particular day's newspaper. The next 6 minutes will have to be spent for reading the big news stories of the day. It can be local, national or international for that matter, but ultimately the big news stories will have to be focused. The next 6 minutes will have to be spent for reading the editorials. This editorial is important because we go through many news and we have our own perception and understanding. And once we read the editorials, we get the other person's point of view. Yes, it is only the point of view of the editor, but at least we have some other's opinion to compare with and later come into a better decision. It is not that you should agree with the editor's point of view, but you can just compare and come out with the best understanding of the issue that has been discussed. The next 1 minute is to be spent for reading or seeing the cartoons, because these cartoons are not just funny, but they also have very important informations or observations in them. These heighten our observation and they bring about a new point of view of the observation or the events that we are coming across. And this is the reason why cartoons are really important, because they have an innovative view of the matter discussed. Now, the last 5 minutes will have to be spent and dedicated for yourself and yourself alone. In this 5 minutes, you will have to read that section which is interesting to you. Let it be sports, entertainment or cinema, whatever it is, business. You should spend this 5 minutes on your particular interest, because it is very important to update yourself on your interest too. And this 5 minutes ends your reading of the newspaper and you would have got the most important aspects of that day. It is not necessary to end your newspaper reading in this after this 20 minutes. You can extend it once you have more scope or to read, or you like reading newspaper, or you have many other matters to read about and gain knowledge about. There is nothing to hesitate in it, but this 20 minutes will give you the best ever grasping or the best ever essence of the newspaper of that day. Like my video, share my video, subscribe my video, and please click the notification bell.